everyone. Let's go for a ride. Yeah. What the son of a... Okay. Well, being that that is out of the question, let's see if we maybe... You know what? I'm going to show you the Bat Cave. Here is where I spend not all of my winter, but some of it. Sometimes, of course, you're going to go out and enjoy the snow, but you know you can only do that so much when it's minus 30. So, so I'm just going to show you around the Bat Cave here. So this is the recent addition to the room here, and it's a 65-inch Samsung. Nice! I actually really like it. It's not a 4K TV, but being that there's almost no 4K content at this point, I'm sure it will come in the next few years, and by that point, you know, 4K displays will be way cheaper. So this is a way to save a little bit of money, but I'm really enjoying it. And from 10, 12 feet away, you can't even see the pixels anyways. So down below here, you can start to see that I've got a few consoles going on. Got the 360 and the Xbox One, as well as the PlayStation 3. And you know, there's a lot of hate and a lot of love when it comes to consoles. I don't really get the whole console war myself. At the end of the day, it's, you know, it's whatever fits you best. And for me, I wanted a multimedia hub, and I kind of like the online part of it. The Xbox Live just was a little bit tighter of an experience. So it doesn't mean that I won't get one eventually, but right now the one is perfectly fits my life perfectly. Now that said, I also have gotten into retro consoles. This is kind of a recent thing, only within the last 2 years or so, and this is my collection so far. I think, you know, what it comes down to it is when you're looking at the super high-end PC or console games that are out now, you know, it's kind of like watching a movie. You know, there's really no room for you to insert your own imagination, which, you know, that's fine. I mean, I have no problem with that, but you know, sometimes it's kind of neat. It's kind of like a book, right? In the respect that there's a little bit more room with low res to be able to kind of create your own little world. So I'm going to show you just what I've got here. Here is the granddaddy. This is the Atari 2600. For me, it's kind of the grandfather of it. It's way before my time. However, you know, when you go to a friend's house with an older brother who had it hooked up still, and that was really my very first experience with it. I think it was like Donkey Kong or something like that I ever played. Even though it was, you know, really old by that point, it was my first experience. Then we go down to here, and this is the PlayStation 1, and then a PlayStation 2 Slim. We've also got the Game Gear. No collection would be complete without a Nintendo original. And this one, you know, for each and every one of them, I take them apart and clean them thoroughly and then put them back together. With this one, I actually replaced the pins on it because they were just worn out. They're 30 years old. With the Atari, it was literally, when I found it in like a garage sale, it was being stored in a box of dirt and garbage. So it took like 6 hours to clean this guy, but it works beautifully. So maybe the dirt was a preservative, I don't know. Then there's Super Nintendo, and this one's pretty cool because it actually, you know, usually these things are like yellow, just the way that the type of plastic that they made. But this one's kept its color, which is great. I kind of want to keep it that way. And then we've got a Game Boy, and here's your N64. It's a lot of fun, this console. Then you got a GameCube, and this is actually my very first console. This is the Sega Master System. And the funny part is that the console, the difference between my first and my second one is pretty big, because there's the Sega, and then there's the Xbox 360, and that was literally, that's the time difference. So I didn't buy a new one for like forever until that point. These are all recent additions. So then I've got a Sega Genesis here, and your original Xbox. I didn't really need it because you can play it on the 360, but I kind of wanted to keep, have that lineage. Then for each one of these, I'm just going to move here. So we've got all of the accessories. So, let's say, for example, if I just pull this guy out here, what I did was I just got these little boxes here and kept all the accessories here. So controllers and whatnot. And yeah, when it gets to the games, you can see right here, I've got a decent amount growing now. That's really where I'm spending most of my time with it, but I want to make sure that I get games that I actually want to play. I don't want to just have games for game's sake. So you've got your PlayStation, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, GameCube, and then N64. One thing I'll show you really quickly too is if I just grab, like, say, this one, for example. These are universal game cases. And what's really cool about them, I don't know if you can really see it all that well, but there's these little nubbins here that will hold different kinds of games. The Nintendo games are the only ones that don't fit properly. You have to clip these things off, which is a real pain. But beyond that, it's really slick. And I also found this online community, and it's called thecoverproject.net. And what it is there's these guys that find the original box artwork. So the actual box, they scan it, and then they retouch it, and they shrink it down to the size that will fit this actual case. And there's thousands of covers, so that's and you just download them for free and print them on legal paper that'll fit, and then cut them out and you slip them in just like a regular, CD case, and they're great. And the fact that it's free is nice. The cases I got from mediashelving.com. It's not too bad in terms of cost, but being that I live in Canada, there was shipping that almost doubled the price, so that was kind of ridiculous. But anywhere else I could find them, they were too expensive. So anyways, so we'll go down a little bit further here, and you can see right here there's Genesis, Sega, Super Nintendo, and as well the Atari. So that is the video game portion. One last thing I'm going to show you is actually what I play them on. So this I built. If you've ever tried to play a retro game on a digital TV, they suck. Like, I tried playing Mario Kart on even a 51-inch screen, and I could not even tell what I was looking at. So I found this TV, and it was in good condition. And then what I did is I just built a cabinet around it. So this cabinet is really solidly built, and I also put in its own glass there. There's speaker holes that I built, or that I drilled in, just concentric circles. I'm not sure if you can see it all that well. And then I also built these little custom buttons that allow you to control the TV. It's just kind of look nice. And then underneath here is I built this little bay. And one thing you may have not noticed on the consoles is that there weren't any wires behind them, and that's because they're all built into the actual cabinet here. And so you've got, say for example, just grab one of them. They all come, every one of these consoles, for whatever reason, even with the AV cables, came with custom, proprietary ends, which was real pain. But with this, I just put the logo on each one and laminated each piece and then put them on the cord. So all you have to do is when you take the console off the shelf, you plug it in with the AV and the power, and then there's splitters here, so you just clip, push each button for which one. They're all labeled, and grab your game and you're good to go. The last thing I did was I actually, if you look down here just a little bit, there's a little rope, and this is on wheels, so as opposed to sitting on the floor and playing, that's just a little too retro for me. So you can pull this out. The power is long enough that I can pull it straight out to the couch, and you can play. So that's the man cave. That's the bat cave, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, So let me know what you think. In terms of games, I'm still looking to build my collection. If you have any thoughts on what games were your favorites, let me know. Put them in the comments.